Right, welcome back everybody to Luigi's Mansion. We are back in the front area of the hotel. I want to try something here. Grab this and pull that away. And then we're gonna go in the dining hall here to see if I can't see what there is to be seen. Oh, what else? This dining area is a little interesting. I think I remember my brother getting to this point when I was watching him play this many years ago. I remember this part. There's one other upcoming section I remember pretty well. Not that I remember exactly how to do the puzzles, mind you, but because you're going to see me farting around here quite a bit, I'm sure. But sort of the opposite. I remember like certain points of the storyline. Like this is the dining slash recreation area, I guess. I don't know. This has a pool table where we're going to pull all the little pool balls into, and then we're going to get a little special cutscene, I guess, of some sort. It only happens once, so pay attention. 2 more to go. Fortunately, I sunk the 8 ball before I finished, so I get money and some form of an achievement. That's it. There's a couple more puzzles in this room. Most of which are just going to be money dumps, I'm sure. But what I remember is I remember this room, and I remember there's a kitchen that you fight a chef in. All right, monies. So, what is new with you? What is new with me? No, what's new with you, the person I can't see or know who's actually watching? Oh, you doing good? That's good. Pretty normal right now. So, I guess I could talk about this just briefly. So our internet, unbeknownst to my company, our internet provider went down from about 10 a.m. to the end of the day. To be about 5 p.m.-ish. And originally it was supposed to go down for only an hour or two. And this was an unplanned, unscheduled fix, emergency, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't something like our servers went down, but rather our internet provider just had to make a repair or something. And so, because they had to repair, we were off the internet all day, which is fine and dandy, except of course our accounting program runs online. It's based on an online website that we go to. Our phones are whatever they're called. I don't know if VoIP is the right thing or not, but basically they're also online. So when the internet went out, we lost access to our accounting program, which is also our inventory management program. We lost our phones. We lost the email. So I worked on some paperwork, sort of just because I had the internet in the morning. I would print out all my invoices up to that point and sent a couple emails to things that were important. And then, like I said, around 10 o'clock, we lost or I guess it was a little later than that, but probably about 11:30ish. We lost internet. It was supposed to come back at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so, you know, I have an hour lunch from 12 to 1, so that's not a big deal. And then another hour or so. Originally we were supposed to lose about an hour and a half worth of work time, which, like I said, I initially filled with, you know, paperwork items, sorting stuff, filing stuff. And then, hi Goldbird. I'm gonna catch you. Okay, I didn't catch you. I suck. Unfortunate. I did not expect that. Anyways, get back to my story. It was supposed to be like an hour and a half lost of work, ended up becoming 4.5 hours of lost of work. So I worked on a bunch of bullshit, like I reorganized the supply closet, and we got rid of stuff that we didn't need anymore, not only in the supply closet but elsewhere in some other places. You know, stuff that you wouldn't normally do because, you know, you're on the clock, and, you know, if it's hidden in the closet, if you will, I mean, it's not as important to deal with. You deal with it later, and later becomes months, years later, because I never have free time to do these things. Oh well. So anyways, what ends up happening is sort of just have kind of a wasted day because everything's internet based. To which my coworker was joking, like, "Oh, good. What is it? I'm gonna call it Shodan. That's from System Shock. Skynet went down. You know, it's getting me ready for the inevitable apocalypse that's coming." So for those of you with an eagle eye, I'm sure you're going to notice certain things that I'm not looking at right now that we could easily do. You know, like, oh look, Chris didn't turn on the light or flush the commode or whatever it is that... That's not how you open the door, Chris. Nice try though. But I'll make a long story short, you know, if you see that I don't do something, or there's a vent filled with money that I don't see, apologize. I've never, like I said, I don't remember. I watch my brother play a little bit of this game, and the things I remember more than anything are sort of just a couple cutscenes, a couple bosses. But I didn't actually watch him play the whole thing, obviously, because he was on the Switch part of the time and on the TV part of the time. And, try to make a story short here is, you know, if you see a gold bar sitting on, like, up, I could see there's gold bars up there by the cornucopia. I'm gonna go get those, okay? But if I happen to miss gold bars or anything else, or I walk past gems or whatever, or obvious, I can't figure out the answer to obvious puzzles, you know, I apologize. I don't know what I don't know, so. I may get those later on in like a next episode or the episode after, or I may just do it when I'm off screen, because I'm not gonna spend a whole episode, for instance, looking for gems trying to figure out how to do the puzzle to get the gem. You know, if I can do it while I'm recording, you know, a particular area or a particular level, great. I'll do it while I'm on that floor. But if I miss a gem or I miss something obvious, I apologize. It's just, like I said, nature of things. I figured I'd play this. I try to play games that I've never played before without a guide. Because I get a more authentic experience out of it. Whereas if you play with a guide, you know, you're beelining certain things that you probably shouldn't know about ahead of time. And what else? You know, like for instance, like you'll walk into a closet and or you'll open up a closet, you know, and just be like, normally you'd go like, why are you going in that closet? There's nothing in there. And then you make like a left-hand turn and you pick up this hidden item that you shouldn't be able to initially see without actually evaluating your surroundings. Or you might avoid, you know, certain, what do they call it? You know, certain traps, you know, traps that you should fall into the first time you play the game because you're not looking for them or you're not ready for them. It's always the sort of dual-edged sword of being on YouTube or doing any sort of streaming, is that if a game has existed, if you're not playing the game the second it comes out, like I almost mean literally the second it comes out, you know, even if you wait, stay till the following day, there's going to be people who are watching or already playing the game day one. And because of that, that means that, you know, they're going to have an idea of what to do, where to look, etc. that you're not going to, and then they're going to get kind of angry when you don't do it the way they did it. Not everyone gets angry like that. But you'll have people that are like, oh, you should punch that wall. And you're like, why would I punch that wall? I'm talking Dark Souls here. Oh, that was a hidden area. I didn't know that. I would not have, particularly if you've never run into, you know, games with hidden walls in them. You would never think to punch a wall normally. Oh, that's creepy. You should be very dead, sir. I refuse to let you scare me anymore. I'm gonna back up slowly. You do your thing, and I'll do my thing over here. Hit the pumpkin. Hit the pumpkin. Now, this is one of my problems right now, is I expect there to be a boss fight in here, and there's not. So I'm either here too early, which is possible, or I'm not doing something right, which is what I'm trying, which I'm kind of doing right now, is I'm trying different, nope, that was no good. I'm trying different things, see if the boss will spawn, like turning off the oven, trying to suck up the smoke. Like I said, I could be here a little early. Because this is an area that is technically open to me, as long as you know how to use your plunger. Yeah. So eventually I'm gonna just kind of fuck off out of this room because there's not really much more to do other than send Luigi into this mouth to gather whatever gold bars are in there that I can't get. Ooh, piggy bank. Mash. Fuck that up. Can I really get the gold bars out of his teeth? That's kind of weird. I don't know. I'll send Luigi in there anyways. Just so I get the gold bars. I know this makes for fascinating let's playing right now. Me trying to vacuum up every item, every piece of equipment in this room. Very fascinating, I know. Luigi. Luigi can't touch water. He melts. Because he's made of slime, I guess. I don't know. I watched a anime recently. I'm not proud of saying I watched it because it was... In some ways it was good. In other ways it was trash. And I think I've talked about it before on this channel. But it was about a boy and he's growing up. He's a middle schooler and he's growing up. And he's got he's got this slime girl that he created through anime magic is the only way to explain it. He basically is like, I don't have any friends, nobody likes me, I like cute things and boys aren't supposed to like cute things. And so he inadvertently creates this slime girl who was originally not a girl. She was actually like a penguin, and then I guess for some reason she changed forms to be more like a cute young girl, I guess. I don't know. And there's some larger themes in it that I think are kind of nifty, but the anime itself doesn't really make it. It's a very silly, like, I wonder what Bugs and Daffy are gonna get up to in this adventure, One of those like, oh, they're gonna have a silly adventure, and until you get to about the last 3 episodes or so, nothing serious. It's not gonna feel like there's any drama until about 3 episodes to the end, or so. And anyways, slime does not like water because it melts, because it's slime is made of laundry. It's something. It's laundry detergent and borax or something. I don't remember. Creates a slime. And yeah, she often has a little baggie that had her old penguin form in it. And she always carries supplies around where she adds the 2 main ingredients and then something else. And it changes her form into this kawaii thing. And like I said, it's sort of a goofy anime, of the week sort of thing. For the most part. And so yeah, she'll do like, oh, I'm a cute teacher this week, or oh, look at me, I'm a cute animal, and a lot of times the main character would just yell at her and she just that's as far as that shtick goes or gimmick goes. I don't know what that noise is. Either I've got something, either that's intentional or I've got something, some geometry stuck somewhere. Okay, I'll say I have geometry probably stuck somewhere because that doesn't seem like... Yeah, I'm not doing this fight again. Screw you guys. I'm going home. So I'm missing a couple gems. There's however many number of gems, we'll just say there's like 6 or 7 per level that you have to collect. And so despite the fact that this lobby area is connected to the upstairs area, there's actually 2 different sets of gems, as you've probably already noticed. This one looks more like a kind of gem that you would put inside a ring, whereas like you'll have square gems or oval gems. Oh, that's no good. This ghost has a hat. This ghost is reading the newspaper. That's what makes them interesting, right? Each of them is unique, and they have their own interests and personalities. Nevertheless, Luigi has been sucking them up and picking them up and smashing them into poltergust. It reminds me, we're coming up on Halloween. I still haven't decorated yet. For anyone who's watched any of my previous episodes, my decorating, both for Halloween and fall and Christmas, are very, very limited because I work. I don't spend all that much amount of time in my house other than to go to... I sleep at my house, obviously. And then I've got somewhere in the ballpark of about... Well, I could have as many hours as I want, really, truly, and honestly, but got somewhere around about 5 or 6 hours before I go to bed. Get the gem! Hooray! That's one of the gems. So there's what? 6 gems on each level. I've collected... It looks like 3 of the 6 here. I just have to go find the other ones. There's one there. I don't know how to get it, though. And then there's 2 more after that one. So I don't know where the other 2 are, so don't ask me. I don't know if I can get them all now, or I have to wait till a later point in the game. You know, where something happens. Like, you know, Luigi gets an upgrade to his thing, and now he's able to spit fire like he did in the first game, or water, or electricity. I don't know what you're staring at. Probably a hint, though. Probably giving me a hint of where to look at, even though I can't turn the camera at all. Yeah, I got all the ghost here. That's wiggly wiggly, but you know. Doesn't necessarily help me in terms of finding the gems. So like I said, this lobby area has one set of gems, and like if you go through those double doors into the, I presume, dining room slash kitchen slash billiard room, there's a different set of gems, and then every level has its own set of gems as well. It's just this one's a little different because there's a set of stairs you can walk up to go to the second level, and then there's also a set of stairs that you can walk to go to the basement area. So it's a bit to me. Getting kind of bored now. I think I'm gonna move on. We're gonna go to a different level, and when we come back, like I said, we'll be on a different level, and we'll go from there. What level, Luigi? Let's go to 5. Or 3. 3 makes sense. Haven't been there yet. Already been to 5. That was the level I was staying on. / EGAD shit was on. Proper elevator etiquette means to stand at the very back, Luigi, and let people that are coming off first before getting on. I reached level 3, which is indicative of the rest of this hotel for some reason. Each level is going to be a themed level. In this case, this is going to be shops. There'll be other themed levels, I'm sure. Wonder how to get up there.